I'm doing everything the world's telling me to do. I'm like, something ain't right. Something somewhere ain't right.
My mistake, but it's plenty, yeah. I was on this timing. His love is amazing. I don't wanna shine for the real. I don't wanna shine for the fame. I don't wanna shine for your Jesus. You know I'm gonna take it back, yeah. To my past, yeah.
Hey loves, it's your girl Bay, aka Nevaeh. And today I'm back with another YouTube video, and today we're gonna be doing something a little different. And I just felt like God led me to share this word with y'all. So yeah, stay tuned for the video. So this video is basically gonna be like about pleasures and the pleasures of life and of the flesh. And I'm starting in Ecclesiastes. I hope I'm pronouncing the right, chapter 2. And I'm just basically just share what the Lord shared to me and what he want me to share with y'all basically. So verse 2 says, "So I said, laughter is silly. What good does it do to seek pleasure?" Pleasure, like basically pleasure is something that it doesn't give you real fulfillment. It just give you temporary feelings and joyfulness, like basically for the moment. You're never gonna be satisfied. For me, I'm gonna speak from my experience. Like when I was in the world before I got saved, like I will literally try to find like temporary pleasures and fulfillment in like material things like money, clothes, validation, and like people pleasing. I would basically just do anything that will make me feel like temporary peace or pleasure, like that instant gratification. In the world, that's really all you know, especially like if you're lacking godly wisdom. So it's like in our minds, it's like we truly think like these things like fulfill us. That's why we constantly chase after it and just chasing until like it just give us that sense of peace. So yeah, like I said, I will always like chase after temporary pleasures and stuff like that. Like I did everything like, you know, the worldly norms, get my hair done, self-care. I was making money. I was doing basically the whole nine, like everything the world says do to basically self-love. And to be honest, like it never gave me true fulfillment. Like just like it says like here, like Solomon, he said like he built the homes, like he had gardens, he had money, he had concubines. Like he literally said, I had everything a man could desire. And I feel like that's how it was for me. It's like I had all these things that the world like offers us, but I still was never truly fulfilled. Like I always just felt like this void, like emptiness. So I'm like, wait, I'm doing everything the world's telling me to do. I'm like, something ain't right. Something somewhere ain't right. I just got tired of the same stuff every day, like the same cycles. I'm like, deep down inside, I'm like, bro, this is not peace. This is very much counterfeit peace. Then it says in verse 10, like basically, he said, I had anything I wanted, I would take. I denied myself no pleasure. And that's how I was. Like anything that I wanted to buy, it's like I had some type of self-control, but it really wasn't self-control, because I was literally just be splurging like anything I wanted. Like I had no type of discipline at all, like especially like when it came down to my money and stuff. Then it says, I found great pleasure in all my hard work, a reward for all my labors. So basically I was working to fill that void. Like I literally had nothing to show for. Like I said, I was doing everything that the world would tell me to do. I was getting my hair done, getting my nails done, buying clothes, buying shoes, like anything that you can think of. I'm talking about just trying to fill this void, just people pleasing, like material gain, like literally just working, buying food, buying weed, getting my hair done, just the whole nine. And then verse 12 says, so I decided to compare wisdom with foolishness and madness, for who can do this better than I, the king? So when I think of this verse, I think of comparison, like competition. Like, then again, it was like, what was I doing all that stuff for? Like, I literally had nothing to show for, just to post pictures, or just to say like I knew how to dress, and or I can buy this, do this. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I had nothing to show for. Like, all that is meaningless, basically. And then the next verse says, I thought wisdom is better than foolishness, just as light is better than darkness. So the whole mindset behind that is like self gratification and bringing glory and validation, because at the end of the day, that's all I was doing it for. Like, knowingly or unknowingly, that's what I was doing it for, to basically prove a point, and doing it for me. I wasn't doing it for the right reasons, basically. So to sum that up, I feel like that we shouldn't be working to please ourselves or depend on ourselves or to glorify ourselves. We should be working to basically glorify God and to help others. But that's how He intended us to basically be. Because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, like, what is us buying clothes, houses, and stuff like that? All that stuff is not gonna matter once we leave here. So what it all sums up to is how we have to ask ourselves, how or would this help the next person? But there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, wanting money, wanting nice stuff, but it becomes a problem when we start doing it in the wrong heart posture, to glorify ourselves and to fill that void, wanting others to praise us instead of giving glory and praising God. We also have to depend on the wisdom that God gives us instead of the world. Because basically, like I said, the world will tell you, oh, hustle this. Like, basically, like the hustle mindset, self-love, this is all about I, instead about God and helping others. And that's not how God intended us to live out our life when He put us here. And then verse 20 says, so I gave up in despair, questioning the value of all my hard work. And that's exactly how I was. Like, I really had to come to a realization, like, you know, where's all my money going? Or, you know, how is this helping me spiritually? How is this helping those around me instead of me and I all the time? We have to choose, like, what treasures that we want to store up. Like, do we want to store up treasures on earth, which is like material gain, or do we want to store up treasures in heaven, which is earthly gain and gaining eternal life for Christ? And once again, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having or wanting these things. You just gotta have to want it with the right heart posture, and we have to depend on God for these things and trust in Him to provide instead of trusting in ourselves. Too much of anything is not good. So it's like we really have to depend on Him to provide for our needs and our wants. Because everything that you get and that you want outside of the will of God is always gonna go left. Like, it's never going to work out. So it's best to just seek His will for your life and seek His kingdom and seek Him with an open heart above all else, and everything else will be added on to you. And yeah, everything is meaningless. Everything on this earth apart from God is meaningless. So yeah, y'all, that was it for the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hopefully I'll be dropping again soon. Bye, loves.
I'm walking with the Lord, but the world's still calling my phone. I press decline and keep it pushing and get right back in my zone. Can't see where I'm going, I walk by faith now. I